your bubble, but talking about bubbles, I'm not sure how to transition into that one. Anybody have bubbles?
Which news is about
my
bubbles?
God, it's been a long weekend. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. Really, really mean that.
Do you really? Do you care?
No, I couldn't care less. Don't care. Anyway, it's another Monday. Yeah. We're back. Got lots of news to talk about. I'm going to be talking about, guess what? Just guess. Yes, search ranking volatility. Whoop-de-doo. And also search console data API stuff is delayed. So you can't make heads and tails of this search volatility because you can't get the data. Okay, Mordy, what do you got for us?
Oh man, how you follow that up? But put on your training wheels. Google seems to have used the search algorithm to train AI. Whoop-de-doo.
I do.
Oh Lord, more money, more earnings for Google in Q1.
Whoop-de-doo.
And Greg.
And Google is shipping a new look for merchants in the knowledge panel.
Oh God.
Whoop-de-doo.
All right. So yeah, I kind of hinted to this on my Friday video recap that I posted on Friday, that now Greg is doing Fridays and then posting on Monday just to make me look bad. And Morty just, I don't know when he posts his stuff, whenever he feels
Every
like
day, all the time.
And PPC Live is always live 24/7. You should keep it live always. Yes.
I was there. Anyone show up to that? I showed up.
You
We
did.
used to have that.
Like, yeah, Greg, where were you? My PPC,
Greg.
you know?
It was Friday, right?
Yeah. No, it's Thursday.
No.
Thursday.
Thursday, right?
You're the PPC person. I don't understand.
I was going to be there, but I had meetings, and I'm sorry, but I don't like having meetings. But anyway,
I don't have an excuse.
No,
the PPC Live, you should be live 24/7, and that's what they used to do, like the streaming live cams. Those used to be very popular. I don't know if they still are, but anyway, people would watch it 24/7 because there's constant PPC news constantly. Is that going to say something wrong?
I need
Why are you like looking at me like I said something inappropriate? Did I say something inappropriate?
Yeah, the 24-hour streaming cam thing kind of got me.
I think I said something inappropriate. Anyway, Google search ranking volatility did spike again on Friday, and it kind of calmed down over like Sunday and Monday, but it did seem to have a pretty big spike on Friday. So if you did notice significant changes, you're not alone. We actually had 2 spikes this past week, which is very, very exciting because we usually have 1 spike. We had on the 22nd, 23rd, and then again on the 25th. Glenn Gabe actually said the 21st or 22nd-ish or whatever it was pretty big. And there's a lot of people discover also noticing big changes there. So if you did notice that change, great. If you didn't, you probably are using the Search Console API because it's been stuck since April 22nd. And you're not able to actually see anything since the 23rd, 24th, 25th. Although I heard it's actually getting updated this morning. So hopefully you'll get that data soon. So keep in mind, if you notice in your tools or any third-party tools that may have been using the Search Console API is missing data, you're not alone. Everybody is missing that data.
So there were 2 spikes?
2 spikes. With
on all other nights, we have 1 spike of data. On this night, we have 2. Only Barry gets that. Yeah. Fun.
Maybe if I trained some AI to learn it, it would make myself understand it. Maybe. Woohoo. Okay, go.
Okay. I'll talk about stuff now. Good pivot.
Oh my God.
Did you not buy the merch? You know who bought merch?
Who bought merch?
Glenn Gabe bought some merch.
Hey,
merch. Hey, Glenn Gabe.
I don't know if that's is that HIPAA?
Friend.
Is that HIPAA stuff? Can I not talk about that? Who bought the merch?
Yeah, what did he buy? A stethoscope? Search Engine Roundtable.
He is going to sue me.
An anal thermometer.
Oh my God. Why am I on this show?
All right, Morty, back on topic. Sorry.
Speaking of Glenn Gabe,
we love you, Glenn. Do not sue Barry. I am not affiliated with this channel.
No, but that's on topic. It's speaking of Glenn Gabe. Yes.
This was a hat tip from Glenn Gabe. It seems, per the DOJ deposition with Google on their monopolies, that they were training Gemini, or formerly known as SGE, on search data, which Barry mentioned in his SE Roundtable post, where you can buy merch. Also, how come you don't have merch on the website itself? That's silly. Put the merch store on the website.
People wearing temperature things on them constantly.
Yeah,
with my
yeah,
Google.
send a picture with your thermometer. Get another one for free. So Glenn was quoting an article from now I'm totally lost. I don't know where the article's from at this point. I can't even think straight
The
anymore.
information.
Yeah. The information. Sorry, the information was written by the information.
Yes.
To quote the deposition testimony from a Google engineer, yada, 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 in a separate internal email relating to training Google's Gemini model, a Google employee wrote that search signals will be very helpful for us to upweight good authoritative pages and downweight the spammy, untrustable ones. So as if like they're using the search algorithm to impact what was happening in the AI overviews, yada, 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 yada.
Yeah. And the truth is, this is not like groundbreaking stuff. Google actually told me this on the record when they launched SGE and everybody was talking about it. They use the search data to help them understand what is good to like citations. The crazy thing is when Google launched SGE, those citations were horrible. They were like 404s. They were like from like scraper websites. So I'm like, what are you telling me, Google? That's not the case. It's not showing high quality results. Although maybe now it is. I don't know. Anywho, how do we transition to that to ad revenue and earnings? I don't know.
What's the temperature on Google's financial status, Anu?
Ooh, nice one, Mordy. Yeah, temperature is still high because they're still earning more and more year on year.
Was it under the armpit or in the?
No, it's too specific. Just let's get to the number.
Anyway, reading off from the very nice roundup that Barry has done on Search Engine Roundtable, yeah, we've got 8.5% increase. Google has had an 8.5% increase year-on-year in overall revenue. Yeah, Q4 it is down from Q4, but then Q4 is like retail quarter, so it's always going to be down compared from Q4 to Q1. And but yeah, they've had increase to like $90.2 billion. And ad revenue was at 66.9 billion. So yeah, loads of billions there, another 34.54 billion, year-on-year increase in net income. Services revenue as well, up in the billions. I am actually loving some of the comments that was in this article. I mean, yes, Sundar Pichai is saying that the 2025 is already reflecting as their breakthrough year, but people are like, Google ads revenue up, small sites revenue dead. So yeah, really clear what they're caring about there.
Yeah, I do love how Sundar the whole executive team kind of dodged all the questions around AI overviews and like ads in them and how's the click-through rate, because it was like Wall Street was on it. They were like, how the click-through rates on ads? Are you going to make as much money on ads in AI overviews and AI mode? And they're like, oh, we can handle this. We're doing great. We didn't test and don't worry about it. We don't want to talk about specifics, but we're doing amazing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it is great.
Danny Gillen had a good post on that, I think. So anyway, but then if you want to go ahead and make shipping, returns, and payments to Google, I think Greg got us covered.
Yeah, and Google has a new, I would just call it like a feature in the knowledge panel for retailers. In the past, it took up a little bit more space, but this is a lot more streamlined. And you can see some delivery features and returns, and then also different payment options. And the payment options were broken out before. This should hopefully be kind of like streamlined for everybody. I thought the payment thing made it look different if you didn't have payments. I've got some retailers that don't accept like Apple Pay and all these other things. And so this will just be like, hey, everything kind of looks the same and you don't get extra, I guess, real estate if you've got some of those payment options. And then the other thing I would just say with this is if you are in an SEO or if you're running ads for a merchant, you should be able to see these things coming a little bit, right? You get errors if you don't have these in, and it says, hey, put in your return here, and you get warnings and notifications within Merchant Center. So look at those notifications, because if Google is pushing you to do something, there's likely a reason why. So that's sort of the takeaway on that. And then one other note from last week after we recorded, there was also from the information, a leaked document that is from internal ChatGPT OpenAI source, where they were projecting 2025 revenue for ChatGPT, and a new channel of revenue appears to be there starting in 2026 is kind of where it looks like the roadmap could be, but ads. And they're saying this revenue will come from new products, including free user monetization, which equals ads. So I thought that was cool to see that there is sort of a plan there. I know we've heard a lot of Sam Altman saying like he doesn't care about ads and all that stuff, and that it cheapens everything. Well, I love the fact that we'll have ads. I cannot wait for ChatGPT ads.
I'm sure you're going to love the targeting features. It's going to be all on point. And ChatGPT is basically going to say, just put in a few keywords or a few words, and we'll make the ads for you, and they'll work. They won't hallucinate.
I'm excited for the audiences for it. I think there's going to be a lot of kind of like ratty ads.
I've been talking to people. They just, I mean, you too. People just use ChatGPT and don't even look back. They just like ask a question and they just trust everything it says. It's confidently right.
I don't trust everything it says.
I'm not saying you do. I've been talking to a lot of random people, just like normal people, like people like Mordy, just like lay people.
Don't you talk to people?
Lay people.
ChatGPT is very, very good.
Although recently they came up with a new model, and I heard based on some reports, I think TechCrunch, one of these sites, said that the new model actually is more aggressive and more, they're just like a little bit more, I guess aggressive is a good word. And they're actually hallucinating more with it because they're just trying new things. Statistically.
Also, when does anyone ever say, I know what I'm really missing in my life? More ads.
Greg?
Me.
And me?
It is true, Greg. I was listening to your marketing clock this morning, and it is true. The ads are spot on. I always said this, like if people are paying for ads and you're searching for something, it's probably going to be relevant. I mean, I want to click on those ads if I want to find something. The organic results, yeah.
They're so good. It's almost like tinfoil. Greg is like, is that why the search results themselves got so bad?
Yeah.
The more ad clicks.
Oh.
And I just want to point out tree tables. We got all excited about it. Mike Ryan said it's not new. It's from 2022, even though it said new in the screenshot. And I'm like, oh God.
I have not seen that. Maybe it's just me. Whatever.
It said new in the screenshot, but you said nobody could be upset with this. There was one person who was upset because it was not new.
Well, he's upset on our reporting of it, which, to be fair, he should.
I got to end on a sad note. So,
man, I love this salty berry version we got today. This is
I'm actually taking off tomorrow. I'm not going to be here, so you guys can do it without me if you want. I will send the news out, and that's it.
All right, we're gonna need to be real salty to fill a seat, though.
I don't know. You almost seem human today.
All right, forget that. See ya. Bye.
Bye.